Right behind me is one of Tampa Bay's coolest new construction project, and that would be Marina Pointe. It's 3 high-end luxury towers right in the deep waters of Tampa Bay. Tower 1 is already complete. Tower 2 is currently available for pre-construction sales, and Tower 3 we're expecting to come to market later this year, early next year. So in this video, I toured the $3.9 million penthouse available in Tower 1, as well as the complex and the amenities. And I'll also go over what you can expect in Towers 2 and 3 if you're interested in buying in here. If you find this video useful, please like, subscribe. Anything to help with the algorithm is greatly appreciated. Now, let's go check it out. So let's start with the penthouse, the thing everybody wants to see, the main draw. It's in the thumbnail for a reason. So you come out the main elevator and you actually have your own elevator foyer entrance. So it opens up directly into your house. You don't have to go through a shared hallway with a bunch of people. You're just right into your place, which is cool. Immediately to your left, you've got the massive living room with the unbelievable view. There's a reason it's worth 3.9 milli. There's the generous listing agent for the complex. Super helpful, super nice guy. Big fan, got along very well. Then we head over to, this isn't the master, but it does have its own large bathroom with a terrific view, probably the best view in the place. So you might want to make it your master until you see the other bathroom. I guess you'd call this a mother-in-law suite or an in-law suite or an ensuite, whatever. None of the closets are, I should add, none of the closets have been updated or designed. The reason they do that is because it's not that big of an expense, and whatever they do, you're gonna end up redoing yourself anyway. So now we go to the next full mother-in-law suite with another incredible floor-to-ceiling view of Tampa Bay. That will be looking north from here. You're looking northwest-ish with a Jack and Jilly bathroom. I did a nice little spin there. That's very nice, modern. The whole top to bottom complex is built pretty modern, so that's on brand. And you've got a slightly smaller guest bedroom here, probably more of an office. It's a little more narrow, that shares with Jack and Jill. Swing back around, now we get to our true master. I mean, look at this thing. It is humongous. And then we get to the bathroom, or should I say spa, because Jiminy Crickets, that thing's great. I think, yeah, I moved forward here. You step into the shower area and it's got the tub in there, which I love that look. I'm sure there's a term for it when they put the tub in the same place with the shower. Big fan. You don't have to worry about privacy because that's the only master balcony, only has access to that. So people aren't gonna walk around and see you taking a shower if you have to be staying over. Head on over to your other bathroom, his and her bathrooms, his and her showers, if you wanted to separate that way. Not something you see a whole lot, if not ever. And then a huge, almost maze-like master closet, which again, it's not finished, but they've realized that whatever people are gonna move into, they're gonna wanna change it to customize it to their own. So that wasn't something I thought was worth investing in and people would see value in. And that is your $3.9 million penthouse tour. All right, now let's go over the building and the master plans themselves. Now, each of the buildings is going to have a completely unique set of floor plans. So what you see in Tower 1 is different than Tower 2, which is different than Tower 3. And they share the rationale behind this, and what they heard from the feedback-wise from people purchasing in Tower 1 was, man, I'd love to live here, but I don't need this much space. So what they did in Tower 2 was shrink the floor plans, have more units and more floor plans to choose from, and offer 1, 2, and 3 bedroom options that are a little smaller, starting at 1,100 square feet, going up to just under 2,100 square feet. And so far, the feedback has been terrific. People love these floor plans. Now, Tower 2 starts in the 700s and they go up to the 3 million mark. And that tower is expected to be completed around 2026, while Tower 3 will start in the 1.7 million range and go up to 6 million. That's expected to be completed around 2027. Now, quick note on the floor plans in Tower 2, there are 16 different floor plans you can pick from. So finding the one that speaks to you and makes most sense for you when you combine space, flow, and views, you've got some great options. You shouldn't struggle too hard to accomplish that. Now, each building also has a few unique amenities that go along with it. Let's just touch on a few numbers while we're here. The CDD, which those typically never go away, is $1,850 a year. The HOA is roughly 85 cents a square foot. Now that includes valet, water, trash, sewer, cable, security, building insurance, and amenities. Since we're on amenities, let's cover those because they're pretty spectacular. I think that suffices to say. Each building has a gym and a lounge area that you can rent out and host parties, events, gatherings that leads out to one of the 2 pool decks. So if you're in Tower 2, it leads out to either of them. Tower 1, obviously just the one. And those are pretty spectacular offerings, but the main draw is going to be that resort style pool. I don't really have to say much. The video does a lot of the talking. It's pretty sweet. Every building's going to have its own gym, but they're going to mix and match many of the amenities. What I mean by that is Tower 1 has a golf simulator. I'm not kidding. It's not me manifesting that to be the case. It truly does have a golf simulator. How awesome is that? Tower 2 is going to have something different, like a bowling alley or a smoker's lounge or something to that effect, where by smokers I mean cigars, to that effect where it's a different vibe. Instead of having a golf simulator in each building, they're going to have different appeals and different draws for each building, with the hope that this creates kind of a cross-pollination effect where it's more of a community rather than just each person in their own building. Another example of mix and matching amenities is Tower 1's gym has a sauna and Tower 2's gym has a steam room. So that kind of helps paint the picture of the diversity of what you can expect for the amenities side. Then we go to the namesake of the entire project, the marina. It is Marina Pointe after all. Now the marinas start at $160,000 for a 40-foot slip, and they offer 40, 50, and 60-foot slips. The HOAs for these are $7 per linear foot. They are in deep waters just outside of Tampa Bay. You are, once you're in and out of the dock, a minute or 2 till you're in deepwater Tampa Bay. One of the cool things that they did here to go the extra mile is they built a seawall that cuts down on a lot of the chop that would otherwise come into the marina, the little harbor area they have there. So boaters love that. Additionally, in order to have a boat slip here, you must have a unit. You must be a resident or own a unit and rent it out, either way, but you have to own in Marina Pointe to have a slip in Marina Pointe. And what this does is it protects the privacy and the integrity of the marina and of the community, because the last thing a place like this wants is for people to buy up all the boat slips, keep their home, and then sell just the boat slip, because then it doesn't become a marina condo complex. It becomes a public marina with a luxury condo complex directly next to it. You don't have to worry about that. That covers the building. Let's talk about the location briefly. So Marina Pointe isn't in the heart of the hustle and bustle of downtown Tampa. You want to go to Hyde Park, you want to go to Sparkman Wharf, you want to go to Armature Works, you will be getting in a car to go there. But for the people who want to live in Marina Pointe, that's not a drawback, that's part of the appeal, because you're 5-10 minutes from the best parts of Tampa, you're just across the bridge in 20 minutes from St. Pete, and you're right nestled in between in your own little sanctuary that's quiet and away from everything. So when you go through the guard gates, you're not hearing the hustle and bustle, you're not hearing the nightlife. This is where you go for solitude and quietness and a smaller sense of community. But that's not to say that there aren't attractions directly nearby. In fact, just outside the gates is a burgeoning, we'll use that word because I quite like it, a burgeoning town center that has coffee shops, your green juices, your breweries, your restaurants, and it is really nicely maintained and well kept up, and it's just a clean area. These buildings all around it, I believe, are all rentals, but just from walking around and interacting with the people there, that part of town is mostly young professionals who are pretty well to do. So it's a rock solid area as far as safety, security, amenities. You can walk from your condo in Marina Pointe, go grab a bite, grab a beer, grab a drink, meet up with some friends, grab your coffee, grab your smoothie, whatever floats your boat at Marina Pointe. Float your boat, and then head on home, and it is just a delightful, pleasant little stroll. So that's Marina Pointe. I hope you found it interesting. If you want to check out any of the units, shoot me an email. I'll set up the time. We'll go take a tour, go more detail as far as the deposit schedule, the specific floor plans, some of the specific amenities in each building. This is more of a high-level overview of what you can expect, but if you're interested, let's get into the nitty-gritty. And even if you're not interested in Marina Pointe, but you are considering a move, whether that's in 2 months from now or 2 years from now, I'd like to be your real estate resource. So shoot me an email to the same email I just referenced in the last little pitch line, and let's have a conversation. Thanks for watching.